small hours of the morning.
So, I'd like to know a little bit more about you. So I hear you have a thing for muffins. Do you normally invite random people to eat them with you? Does it make it less awkward? You were the most interesting person there, and I thought I should get to know this guy better. Is that so strange? Would you think much less of me if I said yes? Huh? Why would you say something like that? Because I'm the attractive, scantily clad bartender. It's like open season on getting a piece of my tail. I enjoy the attention, but not the attention if you catch my meaning. I'm not sure I really do. You like being the center of attention, but not getting attention for it? Everyone wants to see what's under the uniform, but that's where it stops. I work in a room with hundreds of people on a regular basis, and none of them actually want to get to know me. I suppose that's why you threw me off for a bit of a loop. I can't believe that. I mean, the way you mixed the drinks last night, the way you mixed drinks all night, the banter, just talking with you had me wanting to know more. I'm surprised you don't have a million phone numbers every night. I do. It's just none of them really want to call to talk. So just so much as to call to see if I want to fool around. Is that so bad? I know I wouldn't be too sad about having my pick of half the people I saw at the club. It's just not my scene. Too many wild oats sown when I was younger, I guess. We both settled into an awkward silence for a moment, just sipping coffee and nibbling on our muffin halves. Eventually, I just had to speak up. Well, I'm not one of those booty callers. I mean, you are quite attractive in or out of your outfit, but I wanted to get to know all about you, not just what I saw at the club. I blushed a little when I realized what I'd said, but he just smiled and let it slide. Thanks. It's flattering, but also nice to know your muffin didn't come with ulterior moves. Nope, just deliciousness and riboflavin. What? He laughed and began to relax, easing the tension that had been building. Still, something was bothering me. Sorry, I just can't get over how different you are at the club. That can't just be a mask, can it? You think you're going to get my whole life story with just a cup of coffee and a muffin? It's going to take much more than that. Then how about a movie? There's a manatee. Manatee. There's a matinee just down the street in a little bit. Maybe if I had tickets and popcorn, you'd tell me more of your favorite color? I'm not due to work until 3. As you could tell from my earlier phone call, I'm not exactly overwhelmed with things to do. But maybe I shouldn't. I mean, we only just met, and I picked up my half-eaten muffin and held it between us. I swear on this muffin that I'm not just in it because you have a cute tush and you mix a mean drink. I'm in this for much more than that. Sorry, I guess it's just a reflex, not a particularly helpful one either. I set the muffin back down and dusted off my hands. I know you don't like forward. You got plenty of that at work. Let's just go to a movie, enjoy some popcorn, and see how the day takes us. You game? Of course. How can I say no to a muffin swear? It's the most honorable vow one can make with a baked good. We both finished our coffee and grabbed our coats. If we hurried, we could just make the 11 o'clock showings. Before we stepped out the door, he paused and smiled at me. Whew, I just noticed he had a piercing on his eyebrow. Damn. Maybe one day I could look like this guy. Like, shit, like he looked fine as hell. Like, maybe if I worked out a little bit and went on a diet, I could be looking fine. Anyways, it's Blue, by the way. I couldn't help but smile as he walked past me out the door. As we made our way to the theater, more of the jacks I met at the club began to peek through. I was happy to see it and kept the conversation light. The Eastwood was one of those older multi-story buildings renovated into a multiplex. While the facade still looked like a charming old-fashioned theater, the inside was equipped with the latest technology. We stepped in through the broad glass doors and up to the ticket counter. Oh my God, who is this? Good morning, what can I do for you? We barely noticed the gentleman in the small ticket booth as he was dwarfed by the vaulted ceilings. The lobby was absolutely massive. Shaking my head, I walked up to the counter and glanced at the board overhead. Did you have anything showing now? Well, we've got a few movies that are just about to start. It's been a slow morning, so we've got seats left in all of them. The two of us looked over at the list to pick something out. Jax briefly tried to pay for his own ticket, but I insisted on covering everything. Anything in particular you'd like to see? The previews are about to start. Ew, nobody likes a rom-com. How about horror? 2 tickets for Blood is Thicker Than Evil. Ooh. As the ticket salesman swiped my card, Jax dropped a shade paler and glanced up at me. Didn't know you were a horror fan. It's a fun little adrenaline surge. Who doesn't like getting scared now and then? Clearly you haven't been to the club during karaoke and $2 shot night. Jax didn't seem thrilled with my choice of movie, and I wasn't about to tell him my ulterior motive of getting a little closer to him. Still, everything I'd read suggested it was just another cheesy slasher film, so nothing to get worked up about. We found our seats and I surreptitiously folded up the armrest under the fuck it. The movie opened in a remote location near a lake. I was about to roll my eyes when they pulled in close to a body, laying a pool of blood on the floor of the abandoned cabin. When the body began, I don't want to read about the movie. At first, I was grinning at the thought that my plan had worked so well. However, as he began to turn a couple shades paler, my grin faded. I surreptitiously shifted position to make it look as if we were whispering and leaned down. We can go if you want. It's alright. He shook his head, closing his eyes and gathering himself back up. He settled back into his seat and then faced the screen. I could see him cringe now and then, glancing away from the movie. I moved my hand over and squeezed his gently. His hand untensed as he calmed down and laced his fingers through mine. By the end of the movie, I was afraid he was going to snap my fingers, but once the credits came up, his grip relaxed. Jax's color began to return as we left the theater and stepped back out into the sunlight. He passed me a weak smile after giving a short sigh of relief. Oh shit, hold up. I got a choice here. Sorry, I like a scare now and again, but I didn't know you'd have a problem with it. I can handle vomit, drool, venom, and the rare spilled drink, but clearly I still have some limits. That said, it certainly had its good points. He slid his hand into mine and squeezed it softly. I felt my cheeks flush in response. I really should get going. I have a few errands to run before work. I slid my hand into his a moment and squeezed it softly. You had a good time, right? I did. It was fun, getting a chance to spend some time outside the bar with someone. Guess I was feeling a little more jaded than I thought. We stood for a long, awkward moment, neither of us seeming to want to walk away. As I looked up into those bright orange eyes, I knew I had to do something. Oh my god, why are you letting me choose this? This is a horrible decision to let me choose. I'm gonna fuck this up so bad. Hug or peck on the cheek? Hug or peck on the cheek? Let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Catch the tiger by the toe. I don't know, man. I kind of want to give him a peck on the cheek, but give him a peck. Shit. I just fucked everything up, didn't he? Oh my god. Shit. Oh no. Emboldened, I stepped closer to him and placed a hand on his shoulder. He shifted uncomfortably for a moment, his hue shifting redder, as I leaned down and pressed my lips against gently to his cheek. I felt him shiver a little against me as his eyes lid closed. We stayed there for a moment before he slowly drew back and glanced away. What the fuck? What? What happened to him? What is this? We should do this again sometime. What the hell? Is that him blushing? Definitely. He stammered for a moment before smiling up at me. I'm off in a couple of days. How about we get together for some dinner? Sure. I'd love to. I can pick you up at your place. Say around 8-ish. There's a great place near my house I've been wanting to go to. Near your place, huh? You sure you don't have some ulterior moves? Not in the least. I can do another muffin swear if you need to. No need. I'm pretty sure I can trust you. Why don't I meet you there at 8? No point in having you head all the way to my place if it's near yours. We said our goodbyes and parted ways. For me, at least. I felt quite a bit better about the situation. Even if I was a little rusty at this, I still did good enough to keep him interested. Back in the car, I went over the date in my mind, smiling as I relieved the good bits. I knew I'd be coming home to Kobe and a million questions, but I could still enjoy the memory of my first date in a long time. Let's call this bitch up again and see what's poppin'. Let me see what's poppin', bitch. Call him. After we parted ways, I walked back to my place. Jax was definitely an interesting guy, but I couldn't shake the feeling that there was more going on than I was aware of. I must have been lost in my thoughts when I came in the door. Came in the door? Let me stop. Because Kobe had almost immediately pounded on me. I was wondering when you were getting back. You took so long. I had to assume it was more than coffee, so tell me everything. For a small guy, Kobe always managed to catch me off guard. I settled him down and we sat at the table. It was just a date, okay? I admit it was a date. Kobe beamed. He always knew when I was hiding something, even when I didn't. So Dish, tell me, what did you two lovebirds do? We're not in love. I could feel my face heating up as Kobe continued to grin like a Cheshire cat. I'd better tell him something, or he'll never leave me alone. We saw a movie. The Eastwood was just down the street, so we grabbed tickets for a matinee. We had some popcorn and enjoyed ourselves, that's it. Really? Just a movie? No kisses in a darkened room or maybe reaching for some popcorn? Because you are blushing awfully hard for just a movie. I'm not going to let you live vicariously through me, Kobe. Besides, don't you get enough dates yourself? But it's you. I haven't seen you go out and have fun in like forever. I want to hear about it because you're my bro. I like knowing you're happy. He gave me the puppy dog eyes and I just melted. Kobe was always there for me when I wanted to hang out or just needed to talk. It wasn't fair to hold back. Alright, we had coffee, we went to a movie and we kissed. Nothing with tongue or anything, just a peck. So what's he like? I know lots of people at the bar really like him. He's always so enthusiastic and flirty, and so cute.